Hey everybody, welcome back to another exciting episode of Stash Report for Stash Project. Today is September 27th, 2021, and in this video we're going to be covering the November 2021 spot runs, the restock reissues from Aoshima. We'll take a look at a few teases from the folks over at Hasegawa for upcoming products for this fall, and then we'll take a look at this week's kit releases. So, over at Aoshima, again, just restocks here, nothing new. 2014 Nissan GTR Pure Edition, 1973 GTR, what I like to call the race car tribute. There's two race car tributes for the 1973 GTR. There's the one that Liberty Walk did, and there's the actual one that is basically what the car would have been if it raced. And this is that kit. 1973, the oil crisis hit. The 1973 racing season was canceled. The Cannon Mary GTR never saw a racetrack. Obviously, the car itself saw very limited production, again, because of the oil crisis. But this is the car that was sort of shown around at the auto shows in Japan of what the car would have been. So it's the race car that never was, basically. Reissued the 1973 Volkswagen Beetle 1303S. This is the other half of the iMake kit twins that are the only Super Beetle kits there are, but so in need of replacement they are. Reissued the 2003 Toyota Crown Royal Athlete, the dual kit. You can pick the wheels and front bumpers and whatnot to make either a Crown Royal or a Crown Athlete out of that. Reissued the 1998 Toyota Chaser Tour 5 Vertex. That is a old D1 Grand Prix kit without the livery. Reissued the 1999 Nissan Silvia Rodex style tuner. Reissued the 2012 Subaru BRZ STI. When this kit was originally done, it was called the STI Concept, and through the years since 2012 when it was released, it basically has become a reflection of the STI parts that are available for a BRZ over the counter at your Subaru dealership in Japan, which is a front lip spoiler, a different set of wheels, and a different spoiler. So, yeah, there's no real BRZ STI, but this is, in effect, those aftermarket parts. Reissued the 1993 Subaru Legacy Hippo Sleek and 1996 Honda Accord Wings West. Both of those are VIP wagons. At Liberty Walk stuff, we have the Ken and Mary Skyline two-door 2014 edition. That's the powder blue car. The Ken and Mary Skyline 4-door, the 8th kit in the series, which is a dark gray kit, dark gray car in the box art, rather. Reissue of the Hakasuka Works Shakatan Kyoji's Choice, which is the tribute civilian car that looks like the 1968 Japanese Grand Prix race cars. If you want to check out a build of that, check over at Scale Model Experiment. James Tester did a build of that. I want to say it's about 2.5 months ago now. Several videos in a series covering the build out of that. So if you want to see what that looks like all done, check his channel out for a review of that. Reissue of a couple of initial D kits. You have the Project D version of the AA6 Toyota Corolla Truno, and then you have Takahashi Raisuke's FC3S RX-7, and then basically a reissue of every 14-inch wheel that came out of the Grand Champion series, which should be ending here, which should have been done, but I think the kits are going to end up coming out later this week, right before the end of September, but not at the press time, if you will, of the making of this video. So, reissue of the Kaku Tekken Type 1, Type 2, Type 3, the Focus, the Formula Mesh, the Bilbo, the 8 Spoke, which are Watanabes, the Racing Hearts, the Bright, the Excels, pretty much every, like I said, every wheel set from that series. Reissue of the 18-inch, the K-brake wheels, get another run. So the 18-inch 5-stas, the 20-inch 5-stas, the Cross 9s, the 19-inch, and the Over Delta X and 19-inch. And then police parts A, B, and C. So these are light bars and radars and things like that for police cars, which makes sense. They've been doing a lot of the police car reissuing police car, this new police car line, reissuing the police cars, new tooling and things like that. I'm not sure if any of the new tooling is going to be in any of these, or these are the vintage parts packs, but we'll find out as November rolls along. So there is that. Over at Hasegawa, there was a show at a big hobby shop in Japan. I don't think it was Tokyo, somewhere in the south of Japan. And they had their production test shots, which I know sounds like a double negative because a production shot's one thing and a test shot's the other. But some of these are test shots, some of these are production shots. What's funny about this is there are actually built production shots that are completed, like with paint and everything like that, of some of these kits, but they chose to do the raw plastic ones instead. I'm assuming maybe the painted ones weren't available for this, but whatever the case may have been on that. You get a look at the upcoming SA22C RX-7, the first gen RX. That should be coming out at the end of October. Brand new tool kit right there. All new, so everything about that is brand new. And then the cousin kit, sister kit, next kit in the line of that RX-7 tool is the 1979 24 Hours of Daytona GTU winning race car. So this is a left-hand drive car now. The original street car kit is going to be right-hand drive, at least in its initial run. This race car was a left-hand drive car. So obviously you have a dashboard with a steering wheel and everything flipped to the left-hand side. Obviously the racing interior, but also the over fenders, the big turbo rear spoiler, the front air dam, the front bumper with the driving lights and all that stuff to make this class-winning car. Very nice to have this coming out. We talked about it a few videos ago when they announced these kits in total. We're going to look at here, but this one in particular. So this replaces another old IMA tool that Aoshima trots out. Hopefully they'll do a nice job with the decals, because the Aoshima decals that they've done in the repackaging of the old IMA kit are really nice. So hopefully Hasegawa does a nice job with their decals as well. And then you have the new tool Isuzu 117 Coupe that's going to be coming out very late November, very early December, depending on when it actually hits the shelves. There's the ability to build this with a single pipe exhaust with the decals for the electronic control module, which will be some of the absolute first Isuzu 117s that were ever built. These are all, as this kit builds and is shown in the background there, builds out as the production run of the hand-built versions. There's another 2 generations of the 117 before it became a Piazza, which we got here as the Isuzu Impulse. So it'll be interesting to see what this kit does over the course of time. I would assume they'll do it early, middle, late. The way the kit is designed, it looks like it can be built, done. It can be reconfigured in those specifications. So we'll see as 2022 goes along with that one. And then the kit that will be coming out towards the end of December, and this one's more of a prototype test shot than it is a production test shot. See, a lot of things on here don't necessarily fit correctly in this stage. Is a first gen AW11 MR2. This again will be a right-hand drive JDM car to start. We haven't seen any CAD or photos of the actual interior to see if it's going to be easy for them to flip to a left-hand drive car if they choose to do a export version or not. But this is going to have the gimmick of having either the T-top glass roofs or a solid metal roof, as well as the turbo or natural aspirated engine cover. There is a little bit, you see there, a little bit of engine detail in the paint cup tray type display, and you can flip these lights up or down depending on how you want to mount them, as you can with their current 3rd gen Supra. So not terribly surprising to see that feature, but that's another sort of heads-up look at those upcoming new tools. And like I said, the RX-7 is a new tool. Obviously, the race car is a reissue of the new tool, but those are going to be one new tool. The Isuzu 117 is a brand new tool. It is not the Fujimi kit. And again, the MR2 is also a brand new tool kit and doesn't share anything with the old Fujimi first-gen MR2. So if you're interested in JDM cars, this Christmas is going to be really busy for you, depending on whether or not you have things on pre-order or not. So those cover pretty much all of our sort of announcement type of things. And we go into kit releases. We did have one domestic kit release this week, although for some reason I don't see it in my files. Oh, there it is. All right, lost it for a second in the fog, and that is this: the Revell Fast and Furious Brian's Ford F-150 SVT Lightning, the Razor's Edge from the movie series, obviously. This is going to just be a straight reissue of the 99 Ford Lightning kit with a set of decals added to reflect the movie tie-in. That's it. No new parts. Instructions are probably redrawn as well. And yeah, I mean, I know there's a few people that are interested in this. A few people have already built, made their own decals and built this. But we mentioned this right after, in the video about Vegas. Whew, try saying that 3 times fast. And this is the first thing that showed up out of all those things, and all the things that are pending. This is the first thing that showed up, which just shows the continued amusement I have with the shipping situation we have in this country, where it's anybody's guess of what's coming off what boat at what time, and who's going to be able to get what to market when they can get it there. So at least it's something from Revell. It's been a while since Revell's really released a kit because of the move to Atlanta and everything else. So not bagging on them too hard there, but it's amusing that is the first thing we see out of all the pending kits. But it is what it is, and so we'll move on. Everything else we have here is going to be obviously Japanese. We have one Hasegawa release this week, and that is the reissue of the Nissan Fairlady Z in the 1973 Tax Clover Rally winning car. This is for the Ronson. Let me see here. There's a really convoluted name to this racing series here. Where'd it go? It is the JMS Ronson Trophy Rally. This was a Japan only, sort of like the All Japan Rally Championship Series that came in the 1980s that followed this. This was a inter-Japan only rally series, and this particular car won this particular race. The big difference between this kit and the one-to-one car is the one-to-one car, clearly, as you can see in the picture there, ran steel wheels, and this is going to have the Z432R wheels that come with the other rally kits they've done over the course of the years, because, well, those were correct for those rallies. I'm not technically sure. I haven't sized them yet, but there is a set of steel wheels inside the BMW 2002 rally kits, and I don't know if they're the right size or not. That would be the most direct fit if they are the right size. But again, like I said, I haven't measured them, sat down and pulled out those kits and compared them to the wheels that are already in the other rally kits I have. I have the Monte Carlo one and the Safari Rally winter car. So we'll see what we can do with that. But the decals do include like the tape outline around the placard numbers that are taped onto the hood and the doors and stuff like that. So interesting little bit of a piece of history there in Japanese motorsports. And then we go over to Aoshima for a few reissues that came in this week. First up, you have the Vertex Ridge S15 Nissan Silvia. You have the reissue of the Lamborghini Aventador SV. And then these kits were actually supposed to come out in August and just came in this week. And they are the Rocket Bunny, the Greddy version of the Rocket Bunny, with this as the Enki Racing Wheels version. And then you have the Volk Racing Wheel version here. So the red car and the black car are back out for another go around. So that, guys, wraps this one up. Hope you everybody had a great weekend. This past weekend for us here in Pittsburgh was the Three Rivers Auto Modelers Show, so it was great to get out and see all the local guys again. It's been since March, really, to see a lot of these guys. I work Saturday, so some of the local model shows that haven't been like here in town, but have been around within what I consider to be my driving distance for shows, haven't been able to get to. So this show was on a Sunday and could get there. So Steve Courtney picked up the kit he won in the raffle on the other channel, and so Mr. Brolin and the rest of the West Virginia guys, Gary and Chip and all them. And I'm sure I'm going to forget people, so I'll stop naming people so that nobody gets offended if I don't mention their name. But yeah, fun time was had by all. Didn't have anything to enter this year. Didn't buy anything either. I had a few things in my hand at a couple times during the afternoon, and I just, couldn't justify buying anything else right now. I have a few things that I still have not picked up from a sale at my local hobby shop that I accidentally forgot there. So when his Monday hours start, I have to go out there and get those things. And I figure if I'm going to pick up either one of the kits I had in my hand, I'll just do it then when I'm at the actual hobby shop. So that was my weekend. So if you have a local hobby show in your area, go ahead and, buck up, deal with any kind of local mandates there may be about it, and go support your local model clubs and your local model shows. A lot of places didn't get to have them last year. We're having a little bit of fall show season here. This is the first of, I think, 4 shows that we'll be attending this fall. Next one will be about a month from now down in Virginia. And yeah, hopefully 2022, all the shows will be back and we'll get back to sort of a full schedule. I'm starting to flesh out what dates I have right now, and it looks like it's going to be a very busy February, March, and April. So anyway, again, I hope you guys had a great weekend, and we'll see you on the other side.